Yeah.
All right, testing. Testing might go there.
All right, shalom, shalom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Go with that.
All right then. That's it now.
You know what you're looking right?
Yeah.
All right, testing. Testing might go there. All
All right, shalom, shalom.
right, we good.
All right, all right. First and foremost, we like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakadash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Akim. Or just pushing the truth in love and sincerity and in charity with all humility. Okay, yeah, man, this is GMS Bahamas Andres. All right, we once again out on highways and byways, okay, to bring you the 100% truth. Okay, bring you the truth, okay, this true word, okay, the knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, we bringing you as it is written. Okay, we ain't gonna bring it to you what we think. We can bring it to you. Thus said the scriptures. All right, Lord, will these lessons be edifying, okay, and to serve with purpose. All right, Jacob, yeah. All right, Jacob, yeah, be riding up and down, walking up and down when they get the work. All right, they think they know the scriptures. All right, but they don't open the scriptures to go into the scriptures.
That's it.
You see, Jake don't open up the Bible to say break it down or anything like that. All right, Jake don't go into the meanings of words to give you understanding of this and of that. But us, the prophets, when Jake speak, we could tell him exactly what they are speaking about. All right, because why? We know the scriptures. Okay, so yeah, man. You know, hand it over to the brothers. All right, Lord will see how the spirit rolls. Got him, brother.
God. Yeah, man, a lesson with the Lord put my spirit through the spirit power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Salakia. Yeah, man. Yes, the Lord don't love everybody. You know, the Lord don't love everybody. You know, listening to a song, you know, from my childhood, you know, basically, you know, you have these devils what has come around of when they summer classes, you know, summer school, what we say, and you know, they were singing with their kids and couple Israelite kids, they were singing Jesus love all the little children of the world, red, yellow, black, and white. All right. Say Jesus died for all the children. Now let me tell you this right now, that's a lie. Because that's what the Lord don't love everybody, and he ain't die for everyone. All right. You know, we going back to a little bit to the basics, you right? All right, you see these devils, what they do, they come around these summer schools pushing this shit on our children. All right. Continue to indoctrinate them and believe in Esau, the so-called white man, all right, and us as one people. All right. All right, we more superior than them. All right, we's the chosen people of the book. All right, they are devils. All right, they are devils. Okay. Two manner of people is in thy womb. Before our phrase and the brother, you could get that precept, Micaiah.
What's that?
Two manner of people are in thy womb. You look that up. To be separated from thy bowels.
Genesis 25.
Okay. The Lord don't love everybody. Okay. All right. But you get some simple people out here. They just get offended when we tell them that
25 and 23.
the Lord ain't dealing with these other nations. All right. All these nations had a heart and are spoiled. Had us in captivity. All right.
You ready?
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, this is Genesis chapter 25 and verse 23. And Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and one people shall be stronger than the other, and the other people, Salakia, and the elder shall serve the younger.
You see that? Two nations are in thy womb. All right, they're going in the Esau and Jacob. Okay? All right? Two manner of people should be separated from thy bowels. All right? So we different.
Righteous seed and the wicked seed.
Okay then.
Right?
Okay?
Yahweh said in Deuteronomy 7:6, Salakia. Okay,
Which we gonna get that?
Holy people. Okay. Unto the Lord thy God, have chosen thee to be a special people
Right.
unto himself,
That's it, brother.
above all people, above all. So how we got equal?
That's it. Above all people. All right. And they continue to indoctrinate our children and believe in Esau. So Esau and us is the same one people. We the chosen race, not them. The Lord only died for the nation of Israel, no other nation. All right. Okay. Now, according to the prophecies, Israel will be scattered among all nations. All right. So of course they're gonna come on looking like looking like them. These are the nation. But hey, it's according to the spirit. It's according to the spirit. Okay. It's according to the spirit. If your bloodline, Salakia, shit, Dr. Blight. But if your bloodline don't go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, why this ain't for you? This ain't for you. All right.
Done. You mentioned scattered, right? As the scriptures say, going back to Deuteronomy 28 and 64. All right, and this is a part of the curse.
That's it.
Okay, the Deuteronomy 28:64, and Yahweh shall scatter thee, the Israelites, among all people.
That's it.
From one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. All right, so us Israelites, we were scattered out through the four winds.
That's it.
Okay, we look like these other nations. All right, so of course the Lord don't love everybody.
That's it. Get our Deuteronomy 4 and 27, 28, brother. The back of what you saying.
God. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4 and 28,
27.
27 to lot. And Yahweh shall scatter you among the nations.
You see that? Yahweh in all caps will scatter you amongst the nations
God.
because of our disobedience. Right.
And in Deuteronomy 28 and 64 it says scatter thee. And right, and 4 and 28 says 4 and 27 says scatter you. Speaking the same about the same set of people.
That's it. Right? The back up and solidify that point, jump up to verse 1.
God.
So you can read it in proper context. Jump up to verse 1.
Right. It says Genesis 4 and 1.
No, Deuteronomy 4 and 1.
So like Deuteronomy 4 and 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel.
You see that? Now therefore hearken means listen, O Israel.
That's it.
Is he including any other nations? No. Read on, brother.
Unto the statutes, unto the judgments, which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live, and to go in and possess the land which Yahweh your fathers giveth you.
You see that? He is only talking to the nation of Israel. He ain't talking to those other nations. All right? Jump down to the verse.
Going back to verse 27.
Go ahead, brother.
And Yahweh shall scatter you among nations, and ye should be left few in number among the heathen, whether Yahweh shall lead you.
You see that? Read on.
And there ye shall serve gods.
You see that? Serve gods. All right? That ain't singular, that's plural. We serve these different gods. All right? And we see in Jake today serving these different gods, and it's still in the Gentile state of mind. Go ahead, brother.
God. The work of man's hand, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell.
All right. So Jake doing that up to this day. All right, serving these other gods. All right. Jake doing that up to this day. So we are scattered amongst all nations. All right. So of course we can have our people looking like the Chinese man or the various other nations. All right. But by default, red, yellow, black, and white, he loved and he only died for the children uh, of the nation of Israel. All right, he ain't died for the whole world. All right, okay. So by default, like I say, red, yellow, black, and white. Shall scatter you among the nations, and you shall be left. So by default, red, yellow, black, and white. That's garbage. He don't love all all these nations. Now, like I say, we were scattered amongst these. We were scattered amongst all nations, but he only loved the nation of Israel. Okay, he only loved the nation of Israel. It's according to the spirit, because we can come out looking like these other nations. All right, but let's get this precept to show you that we was discontinued from this. All right, and that's why our people and their children only live in what they know and learn. Get the precept, brother.
This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. But ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
You see that? We was discontinued from our heritage. He gave us the law, statute, and commandments, and because of our disobedience, we were scattered across the four winds. All right, we going to serve these other gods. All right, this because of our disobedience. Okay, all right, to serve out our punishment, we lost our identity as Israelites and learned the ways of the heathen. All right, and that's why our people are so indoctrinated today, and they damn children. All right, get Isaiah 4 and 6.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Yep.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children.
I will also forget thy children. Okay, you lost and your children lost. Okay, you lost and your children lost, indoctrinated today. All right, you know, you would tell your children it's good to eat swine. It's good to do, you know, what is wicked, or you deem as righteous. And children only live what they learn.
Right.
All right.
You know, so like if I could chime on that.
Good, brother.
I give a testament to that. Children only go by what they learn.
That's it.
Case in point, let's say birthdays, for example.
Exactly.
When they say, oh, they will have this party for this child, they will have this big birthday party, right? That party don't be for the child. That party be for the adult. Because right after the cake and candy, what is coming after that?
Rum. Right.
You see? But like I said, give a testimony to that. Because my turn was over here. And, you know, it was her pagan day coming up. She turned 7 years old. And, you know, her mom and, you know, her granddad, you know, everybody asked, hey, what you can do for her birthday? I said, bro, I don't celebrate those things, you know. She can enjoy her day. So that day I took her to work. You know, I took her on a big vessel. I let her sit inside the captain's seat. You know, these things what children don't usually do. You know, we sit down on the beach. We had a nice dinner. It wasn't even no party, you know. And she said, man, that's the best day she ever had. So if you train up your children, you know, not celebrating birthdays and teaching them that, hey, every time you celebrate this birthday is a form of idolatry,
That's it.
they can learn to hate the ways of the heathen. But if you train up your child in doing these things, learning the ways of the heathen, when they get older, what you think they can love? The way of the heathen.
That's it.
You see? So what they're going into, don't teach your children now what you don't want them to know later. And us who coming up in this truth, us who have children, you know, we have to teach our children now early what we learn late.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
That's it, brother. Yeah, man. So you know, a lot of these children being indoctrinated, and you know, believing the Lord loves everyone. Also, all right, He only died for one nation. All right, let's get a scripture to back it up. All right, and these the basic scriptures. These Christians still can't grasp. All right, it's Acts the 5th chapter.
Done.
Just halfway 29.
This is Acts 5 and 29. Then Peter and the other apostle answered and said, we ought to obey the Most High rather than men.
Go on, read the 31.
Done. The power of our fathers raised up Yahushai, whom ye slew and hanged on a tree. Him had the Most High exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins.
You see that? To be a prince and a savior, to give repentance to Israel. All right, Danny say everybody. They ain't include no other nations in that. All right, and forgiveness of sins. All right, only Israelites can sin and retain salvation. No other nation. All right, and guess what? It's all about the elect in this time. Ain't about everyone. All right, but salvation only for the nation of Israel, who the Lord loves. All right, but let me show you what you nations, these other nations, are considered in the eyes of the Lord. All right, okay. So if He loves everybody, all right, let's get our 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and 54.
Right, if I could say this too, right? That same Act 5 and 31, that's a highly racial statement.
God,
You know, because that only pertaining to a certain group of people on the planet Earth. All right. Even when you read John 4:22, he said, "Ye worship ye know not what." All right. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews.
that's it.
That's another highly racial statement.
Right.
All right. So this can't be for everybody.
You know.
Yahushua said what? In Matthew 15 and 24. I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Was he lying when he made that statement?
No.
Right. All right. It's showing you that that's a highly racial statement.
That's it.
All right. So this book only pertains to one group of people.
Right.
All right. This ain't for everybody.
That's it.
A sense they take up our book and try to apply it to them, then they'll be judged by it.
God.
That's it.
Judged by it, but they can't be saved by it.
That's it.
God. You know, like I was telling the Akim earlier, it would inspire me to do this lesson. You know, I Esau little summer camp. I was listening yesterday. They singing the song, "Jesus love all the little children, all the little children of the world." All right, and I just looking at these devils. You know what I mean? Done. Get our people indoctrinated. Believing that He love everybody, but He don't love them. He don't love them damn cracker state devils.
Right.
All right. You don't love them, and people just get offended, for saying that. All right, because when you look at that world in John 3 and 16, that goes in the work, that's cosmos.
Yeah.
All right, government. All right, good brother.
The lock in, and then too, these devils on this island, a lot of them know who we are.
Yeah, they know.
You see, they know who we are, so their job is to keep those who don't know who they are in that darkness.
That's it.
They're pushing that poison and, early, trying to catch them from the cradle.
God. Hey, brother, you get 2nd Ezra 6 and 54. Let me show you what these other nations considered us.
And the 2nd Ezra 6 and 54. And after this, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
You see that? Read it again.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
All right, so we all came from Adam, but we also in the book. I think it was what it is. We also was given our inheritance. These nations, all the nations, was given their inheritance. All right, remember now, Israel is the Lord's portion. All right, so we all came from Adam. All right, but who the Lord has chosen? Right, who's that speaking about? All right, the brother quoted it earlier. Right, get Deuteronomy 7 and 6, brother. We can get back to 2nd Ezra 6 and 54.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people
brother,
unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that is upon the face of the earth.
You see that? So
upon the face of the earth.
So we are a holy people. And when you look at that word holy, it means separated. All right, we separated from these other nations. He chosen us to be a special people. When you look at that word special, brother, you can look that up because I already know what it means. All right, and that's why we go precept upon precept to give you the understanding. All right, page 54, 58. Look at that word are special. It goes into peculiar treasure. Who's that speaking about? As we do. These the basics. All right. Look up the word. Yeah, look it up. Yeah. Look up that word special.
Right, the word.
Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Look up the word special.
Word segula or segula, meaning possession, property, a valued property, a peculiar treasure.
A peculiar treasure. Who's that speaking about? The nation of Israel. All right, someone get Isaiah 41 and 8.
Strong says a jewel or peculiar treasure.
If it's peculiar, it don't include everything or everybody or the whole entire world. If it's peculiar, it's talking about a certain set of people.
Right.
Okay, set apart group of people.
That's it.
And peculiar means a rare.
All right.
Okay, like a rare a jewel.
Exactly. All right. Right. But I want to get that same precept to show you the chosen people is Israel, right? Get Isaiah 41 and 8.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 8. But thou, Israel, art my chosen, Jacob who, Salakia. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob who I've chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend.
You see that? The seed of Abraham, my friend. All right. So if you want off that lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, this ain't for you. All right. The chosen is Israel. All right. Okay. Read that again, brother. Read the precept and read what I want you to get for me. Get second Ezra. No, Salakia. Get Deuteronomy 7 and 6 again.
This is Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Right, we's a special people, peculiar treasure. All right, okay. Go ahead, brother.
There's a precept from the comment board, cousin one, but Yasharahla, Shalom on the comment board, Malachiam. This precept we was looking for here. Deuteronomy 32 and 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For Yahweh's portion is his people. Jacob is the Lord of his inheritance.
You see that? Jacob is the Lord of his inheritance.
Right.
All right. Good, brother.
Precept too, right? I know if you bring this out already. This Deuteronomy 14 and 2. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. And Yahweh hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all nations that are upon the earth.
Good.
Done. One more.
Good, brother.
Leviticus 20 and 26, cousin one. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, Yahweh, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine.
So when you sever something, would you do it?
Separate it.
All right, then. So we different.
Right. I can throw it back here up, right? This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 19. It reads, and to make thee high above all nations, which he had made, what's this? In praise, and in name, and in honor, that thou mayest be an holy people unto the Lord thy God, as he had spoken.
You see that? So we would say, what they say in the basketball world, we on another level from these other nations. Or we ain't on the same level. Or you only get these simple-minded people who don't understand these scriptures. All right, we have the eyes out to see how we have peculiar treasure, how good Jake is and everything. The basketball world, the boxing world, everything they got at. All right, just to name a few. We on top of everything. We above all people. Oh, so yes, we are better. All right, and the further proof is that peculiar treasure. All right, let's get Psalms 135 and 4.
Done.
Speaking of that peculiar treasure is Israel. I can back up what I saying.
Psalms 135 and 4. For Yahweh had chosen Jacob unto himself and Israel for his peculiar treasure.
For his is possessive, peculiar treasure. All right, his is possessive. He ain't choose no other people. All right, or the 18 nations, he only choose one.
Right.
Jacob and Israel is interchangeable. You Negroes, Latinos, you Native American Indians, you're God chosen people according to the Bible. But predominantly over here, we have the Levites, the so-called Haitians, and the Benjamites. All right, okay, you God chosen people. All right, no one else. All right, ain't for Esau, the so-called white man, the Chinese man, or the Arabs. The Lord ain't dealing with them. All right.
Precept and
Go ahead, brother.
this is Malachi 3 and 17. And they shall be mine, said Yahweh of hosts. In that day, when I make up my jewels, I will spare them as a man spared his own son that serveth him.
That's it.
All right, and when you think about the jewels, you're thinking about precious stones that are in the earth.
That's it.
All right. When you look at let's say at a Nissan Note, right? You see them on the road in abundance.
Mm-hmm.
But how much damn Lamborghini you see on the road?
No, very rare.
Beautiful example. You bunch of Nissan no pass. You only take no picture of a level Lamborghini pull up.
Yeah.
Hey boy, you know.
Yeah, boy.
That's it.
That's how the Lord look at us. We is His chosen people.
Right. So all these nations without a hand and are spoiled. If they touch the apple of the Lord's eye, what they did to us, or even though it's our punishment, how the Lord will love them, and the Lord used them to punish. The Lord used them to punish us, so He got to punish them now.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, so
It ain't no secret that we is here. Let the world know that we is here.
done.
That's why the boy leader.
That's it.
That's why Esau can't stand it.
That's it.
Done.
The Lord made the whole everything the Lord made. And all the things He make, all right then this set is mine. And you made and the other nations come right there and touch the Lord and say, hey, He is mine. And people and then other nations go out there and touch what is His. Of course He can be wrathful towards them.
Done. The lucky, right? That's just like one video when we uploaded with this I believe this is an Asian woman
Mm-hmm.
who's talking, saying why the so-called white man hate the so-called Native American Indians, Latinos, and Negroes so much. I'd say, man, obviously there's something that he knows about these people.
That's it.
You know, so these people got to be special. These people got to have some type of power or something. You know, so why does they hate us so much? Why do they are doing so much to keep us to the bottom?
That's it.
All right. So a whole lot of things what this woman was saying, she couldn't figure it out. You see, but we know the reason why. All right, because we are the chosen people.
That's it.
You see, and this devil, he don't like that.
Can.
Man, even nature shows you that, man.
Yeah.
Even when you look at the animal kingdom show you that.
Good.
All right. We when you look at Esau is sulfur base. This whole makeup is sulfur base. Us, we are selenium base.
Yep.
All right. Like I was sharing with the brother, one day and last week. They like to call us monkeys and apes. See, that's where we come from.
Yeah.
Right. But then when you look at any damn so-called black man, all right, even a short person, they have long legs and short upper body. But when you look at white people, okay, like your boy say, white people, right? White people, right? When you look at them, they have shorter legs but longer upper body.
Yeah.
Now go and Google the ape or monkey and you'll see exactly what I talking about.
Yeah. Neanderthal looking niggas.
Right, and they lip thin.
Yeah, they lip thin.
Right.
Neanderthal.
All right, we have big lips. Okay.
Buddha. Buddha ain't no damn
You know,
idol. Buddha is a nigga. Buddha is a Jake.
he's a Jake, right?
God.
And was it?
You understand? That nose and that lip.
You see? Then on top of that, Buddha hair was woolly.
Okay, God. You know, and then another thing, God. When you look at the so-called black man, if he have, or the Israelite, let me say the Israelite man, when he have a child with a woman of another nation, right? That woman age fast than any other damn race of people on the earth.
Wow.
You understand?
What?
I don't know why it's like that. They draw it all their life for us. They don't live long.
Wow.
I see it as the air. We see it inside them, and they
Yeah.
the footwork to them in the bush. Oh,
That's
it.
And everything.
everything over there.
All right. Instead of damn using your phone to go on TikTok and Facebook and then search these things out. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
So yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Huh?
So pretty much we're the Lord chosen people, man.
Yeah.
The Lord don't love everybody. And we will prove it. All right. This what the Lord consider you nations as today. Ain't nothing changed. Watch this, right? Let's go back to 2nd Ezra 6 and 54 to 55.
2nd Ezra 6 and 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
You see that? So the world was created for our sakes. All right. But guess what? We know who's in rulership now. The earth is going to be renewed in righteousness when this devil get put out of power. And Yahweh Shai is come back to do that. All right. Read on, brother.
God, verse 56. As for the other people,
As for the who?
as for the other people,
As for the who?
as for the other people,
As for the other people. Go on, brother.
which also came of Adam,
You see that these are the nations.
thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
You see how the Most High think about you other nations, and people trying to save Esau and these other nations. They're like nothing in the eyes of the Lord.
Right.
All right. Remember now the 18 nations, the Lord only chose one.
Done.
All right. The rest is nothing.
Right.
But be like unto spittle or spit.
Done.
All right. They're reputed as nothing. When you read on the chapter, we're gonna get the next voice.
Done. The lock it, right? Just like how we speaking. Every time we open our mouth to speak, spit come out of our mouth. All right, that is nothing to us.
That's it.
You see?
God, brother. That's how the Lord think about these other nations and people trying to save these other damn nations. Look at what they done to afflicting us. All right. All right. Okay. People are just simple, man. All right, like a drop that fallen from the vessel. That's what the Lord think about these other nations. Read verse 57.
Done. Verse 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathens, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us.
Right? They're reputed as nothing. All right. These heathens were ruling over us. All right. So, guess what? When will we have our sovereignty? When will we rule? Esau was blessed with the fatness of the earth, land, resources, the earth, the best of everything. So you trying to tell me our people want to save Esau so he could have a double portion? To have to be a part of our blessings too? You got to be joking. That's what the scripture see. All right. He can't have double portions.
No.
All right. He going into slavery. The so-called white man going into slavery. He that leaded into captivity should what? Go into captivity. Esau going into slavery. We ain't gonna feel sorry for them because they don't like us.
Right.
You know, doing work for them from time to time. Man, whether than charge them a fee for the job. I tried to have them, but they didn't want to shake my hand, boy. But you watch Jake when Jake go by they part store they when you go by Esau and you pay for whatever work they do for you, they give you the bill. They want you to pay that with a smile. And Jake is going to happily to pay that. Right. But they don't care about us. Go ahead, brother. Right. You know, with Esau, right, well, in my line of work, right, I deal with Esau basically every day.
You know, and they said to me, "Oh man, I see you guys out on the road. What y'all guys be doing?" So I said, "Man, we be teaching the Bible."
God.
Yeah. All right now. Yeah, you had a dialogue with one of them. You know, and he pretty much believed that, they can make it in. So I said, "Man, you think so?" Then he quote John 3 and 16.
Yeah.
Right, that's the go-to precept. So I say, "Well, man, your understanding of that isn't fruitful at all."
God.
So I said, "Well, the curses in Deuteronomy 28, who fit them?"
Yeah.
That's it.
You see? So for me say that, his mindset like, where you going with this now? And that's the easy thing. From you ask who fit the curses in Deuteronomy 28. Then eventually he come out and he say, "Well, the Israelites." So I say, "Well, okay then. So if the Israelites fit the curses in Deuteronomy 28, when the blessing comes, okay, the blessing only gonna apply to the Israelites the same way how only the curses apply to the Israelites."
That's it.
So you mean to tell me now you ain't going through nothing, you ain't going through no hell, no nothing, but you can receive the blessing?
Exactly.
Something gotta be wrong with it.
Boy.
You already received it.
Good.
And, I have a precept here to support what the brother just stated about, and Yahweh are loving, okay, the nation, only the world, okay? Because when he spoke about the world, he was talking about cosmos, but only, the Jews at that time, because the northern kingdom was over here in this part of the world.
That's
It
it.
already came over here, but when he said the southern kingdom, all right, they were referred to then as the world, because Yahweh said in John chapter 20 and 18, chapter 18 and 20, I
Right.
speak openly to the world. Okay, I ever taught. Okay, and this ever mean I always taught in the synagogue and in the temple where the Jews resort. Okay, in secret I said nothing. So he said he spoke openly to the world. All right, and this is where the Jews always resort, always reside. All
Right.
right, in the synagogue. And if you go into first Salakia, Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 20, his severe rod shall be sharpened for a sword, and
Yeah,
the
40 and
world
12.
shall fight with him
Yeah, 40 and
against
12.
the unwise. The world will fight, okay, for him against the unwise. So if you love the world, well, how the world will, okay? Who's this unwise? All right. The world is the nation of Israel will fight for him against the heathens, okay? The unwise.
Right. And he said what he taught the world openly, right, in the synagogue of the Jews, right?
Mhm.
Now what is right? They like to talk about Paul.
Mhm.
And all the Pauls traveled in Paul's ministry. Paul always taught where?
In the synagogue.
In the synagogue of, and who was in the synagogue?
The Jews. Israelites.
in the different amongst the different while he's in different nations, whether it's in Colossus, whether he's in Ephesia, every nation he went to the Jews. Like that going into in his lesson. The Lord don't love these other nations. He loves Israelites who are in those other nations, calling themselves that nation. You see? So he loved the Israelite who they're calling themselves Chinese, but he's an Israelite. He loved the Israelite who they're calling themselves African, but he's an Israelite.
God. I get a quick precept. This John 17 and 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. All right. His disciples. He didn't pray for everybody. He didn't pray for everybody.
Right. Just like the quoted a little earlier, Matthew 15 and 24. Okay. So Matthew 10 and 5 say these 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, "Go not into the way of the Gentiles and into any city of the Samaritans, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel."
That's it.
You see? So the Lord himself tell you, I am not sent, but only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Okay, not everybody.
That's it.
All right. But Christians would like to say, well, Paul was sent to the Gentiles. Okay. Then they like to bring up Jews and Gentiles.
That's it.
Okay. Not knowing and not understanding that those Gentiles, they are Israelite foreigners. Those who in the Gentile state of mind who grew up doing what the heathens do.
Right.
Okay, that's all that is.
Right. So guess what? All these people rooting for Esau, he going into slavery, the so-called white man. All right. We don't care about these heathens, because guess what? The Lord don't love them. I can back up what I saying. Get Isaiah 40 and 12, brother.
Done. That's Isaiah 40 and 12. Who had measured the waters
3 to 15.
in the hollow of his hand and meted out heaven with the span, and comprehend the dust of the earth in a measure, and weigh the mountains in scales and the hills in the balance.
Only the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai can do that.
Right? Who had directed the spirit of Yahweh, or being his counselor, had taught him. With whom took he counsel, and who instructed him, and taught him in the path of judgment, and taught him knowledge, and showed to him the way of understanding. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing.
You see that? This is what the Lord considers you nations, as a drop of a bucket. All right. So the Lord, he look at these nations as shit, boy. All right. Now, I look up the term, the phrase, a drop of a bucket, right? It said it used to describe something that is so small or insignificant that it doesn't have a noticeable impact on the situation. You see that? That's these other nations.
Done.
All right. It says it being compared to you see. All right. It being compared to you see that these other nations ain't shit to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You want something to say, brother?
Oh, yeah, is when you carrying a bucket of water, say, let's say you're gonna go clean your car or something, a little bit drop out that, you even ain't notice that.
Yep.
All right. And Israel, symbolically, Israel being the water in the bucket.
Yep. Yep.
All right. We everywhere, we in abundance. All right. So these are the nations, the Lord ain't care about them, man.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah, man. So these other nations ain't shit, man. We way better than them. All right. That's why they hate us.
Yep.
All right. And they're ruling over us through our punishment. All right. Get verse 16, brother. Isaiah 40 and 16.
Isaiah 40 and 16. And Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beast thereof sufficient for a burnt offering.
So basically, you Arabs or you Ishmaelites, the Most High don't care about your sacrifices. That's garbage to him. All right. He don't care about the sacrifices because that's an abomination to him. Yes, Sirach 34 and 19, brother. Sirach 34 and 19. He don't care even the sacrifice of these other nations.
Right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 34, 19. The Most High is not pleased with the offerings of the wicked, neither is he pacified for sin by the multitude of sacrifices.
All right, so all your animal sacrifice and all that shit, but the Lord don't care about that shit, boy. The Lord don't care about these heathen and their sacrifices. All right, they nothing to him. Go back to Isaiah 40 and 17, brother.
Done. Isaiah 40 and 17. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity.
You see that? All these nations start with the nation of Edom. All right, y'all minute to him. Y'all counted as nothing. All right, so he don't love everybody. All right, how can he love the nations that touch the apple of his eye? What I indicated earlier. Guess Zechariah 2 and 8. All right.
The lock here, right? Vanity goes back to the emptiness or empty. Okay, so if you look in a bucket and ain't no water or any substance inside the bucket, only thing in there is emptiness.
Right.
That's it, brother.
It's Zechariah 2 and 8. But thus said Yahweh of hosts, after the glory had he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. But he that touched you, touched the apple of his eye.
Read it again, Baba Gusha.
But thus said Yahweh of hosts, after the glory had he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. But he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye.
And guess what? All these nations had a hand in our downfall, our slavery. All right, you get Moab, he thinking he can rule next.
Yep.
All right, but he didn't have his time. All right, the Edomites is the last nation to rule in this kingdom. All right, before Yahushua come back, well, they will be ruling before Yahushua take them down. All right, Esau, starting with Amalek. All right, the top banking families, you Arabs, you Africans. All right, because we know Africans. All right, what nation didn't have a part in our kingdom and gotten of our spoils, as it says in the book of Maccabees? All right, okay, all these nations. Okay, so just like the analogy I brought up with a child, you have your child, right? And here it is, your child, let's say the school, and you love your child, right? And here it is, you have some kids beat up your child and do something harsh to your child and causing them be injured, and to the point that they injured or get hurt bad, and you always consider in your mind of what they do to your child. How you can forget those people what did that to your child? But those who have children, how can you forget that? You know, will you favor them? What they did to your child? Would you favor them?
Yeah,
All right.
that's good enough.
Or if this intruder come into your house and kill your family, you still love that boy, is it?
Oh,
Yeah. I think about it too. You ain't gonna never forget.
Yeah.
no.
Okay, you ain't gonna forget. You ain't gonna forget that. Because now that even though you didn't get revenge, and you are a son, and you telling your son about these people, he gonna grow up, he can have that same vengeance for them.
You know, we have a man over here. We call him. He go by the name of Sam Dawkins. That's what we call him. And you know, it's be in light of it, but it's a serious matter at the same time. You know, every day he had this mantra. He said he looking for 2 killers will kill his mother. And that happened to him when he was about 5 or 6 years old, when he was a little boy.
Yeah.
And he must be in his 50s or his 60s now.
Yeah.
And every day he say he's still looking for those 2 killers who will kill his mommy.
Mm-hmm.
You see, he that in him. The same that way, how the Most High have it out for these other nations who touched the apple of his eye.
But the thing is, you don't know who they are. So,
You don't know who they is.
but let's say you, with bodily eyes, you seeing those people. You know who they are.
That's how to wait for the Lord to come back.
Yeah.
That's it.
Vengeance is of Yahweh.
That's it.
Be looking for one shark, don't. So any shark he run about that,
He's deal with them sharks.
but that's still in the one would bite him.
He got enmity with every shark when he come across.
You're damn right.
Right.
It's perfect hatred, but
That's it. So all these nations, and the last nation, like I say, is Edom, who the Lord is going to send his son back, Yahweh Shai. All right. He shall save his people from their sins. That ain't mean everybody. All right. Salvation is only given to the nation of Israel. He's coming to deliver us back from Esau, Edom, and destroy his wicked kingdom. All right. How can the Lord love somebody who touched the apple of his eye? All right. The Lord ain't get nothing good in store for these heathens. So he don't love them. All right. These nations are spoiled. These nations spoil us, man. They are hand in our downfall. So why should the Lord care for them? All right. What they did to his chosen people, he only cares but his elect. All right. His elect at this time. All right. Let's get this precept. Amos 3:1-2, brother. And someone could grab Isaiah 47:19-20. I can leave it. I can leave the slice on that.
God, this is Amos 3:2, 1 and 2. Salak. Hear this word that Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
You see that? You only have I known. All right. Basically, the Lord only revealed his mercies to us. His law, statute, because that's when you look up known, right? His law, statute, and commandment. No other nation. All right. So why he didn't include the other nation? Because he don't know them. All right. He don't know them. Right. I had a screenshot of a precept. I had a different translation. Right. One of your brothers could speak. Let me just get this precept right before I get this last precept.
And you have not dealt with any other nations.
Right.
All right. So they don't know the Lord's judgment.
Deuteronomy 4:32.
Okay. They don't know the Lord's judgment. They don't know the ways of the Lord. This is why they are heathens.
Right.
This is why they are Gentiles.
Right.
Okay. Because if they did know the way, if the Lord had made a covenant with them, they would not eat of the abominable table. They would not commit adultery. They would not be doing all manner of wickedness out here.
That's it.
All right. So the Lord, they don't know the ways of the Lord.
Right. Hey, brother. I got a precept, right? Get it says the scripture say you only have I known, right? Check this out. I get this in the NLT. Get Deuteronomy 4:32 to 40. Read it in I can read it in the KJV, read it in the KJV, and I read it in the NLT.
32 to 40.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 4:32.
Right.
But ask now of the days that are past, which were before thee, since the day that Yahweh created man upon the earth. And ask from the one side of heaven unto the other, whether there had been any such thing as this great thing is, or had been heard like it. Did ever people hear the voice of Yahweh speaking out of the midst of the fire, as thou hast heard and lived?
You see that? Any other people? Read on.
Or had Yahweh essayed to go and take him a nation from the midst of another nation by temptations, by signs, and by wonders, and by war, and by a mighty hand, and by a stretched out arm, and by great terrors, according to all that Yahweh, your power, did for you in Egypt before your eyes? Unto thee it was showed that thou mightest know that Yahweh, he is power. There is none else beside him.
The Lord didn't do that for no other nation. All right. What he did in the land of Egypt? He didn't do that for no other nation.
Out of heaven he made thee to hear his voice, and he might instruct thee. And upon earth he showed thee his great fire, and thou heardest his words out of the midst of the fire. And because he loved thy fathers, therefore he chose their seed after them, and brought thee out in his sight with his mighty power out of Egypt, to drive out nations from before thee, greater and mightier than thou art, to bring thee in, to give thee their land for an inheritance, as it is this day. Know therefore this day, and consider in thine heart, that Yahweh, he is power in heaven above, and upon the earth beneath, there is none else. Thou shalt keep therefore his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee this day, that it may go well with thee, and with thy children after thee, and that thou mayest prolong thy days upon the earth, which Yahweh thy power giveth thee forever.
You see that? Right? I can read it in the NLT. It says, it's Deuteronomy 4:32. Now search all of history from the time God created people on the earth until now, and search from one end of heavens to the other. Has anything as great as this ever been seen or heard before? Has any nation ever heard the voice of God speaking in the fire, from the fire, as you did, and survive? No one. Have any other God dared to take a nation for himself out of another nation by means of trials, miraculous signs, wonders, war, and a strong hand and powerful arm, and terrifying acts? This is what the scriptures asking. Yet that is what the Lord your God did for you in Egypt right before your eyes. He did this for nobody else. Okay? He didn't do this for nobody else. Brother, go ahead, brother.
Son, I got a precept to go along with that, right? This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 3, starting at verse 32. It says, or is there any other people that know thee beside Israel?
That's it.
That's the question. Or what generation had so believed in thy covenant as Jacob?
That's it.
33. And yet their reward appeared not, and their labor had no fruit. Watch this. For I have gone here and there through the heathen, and I see that they flow in wealth and think not upon thy commandments.
That's it.
34. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and theirs also that dwell in the world, and so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel.
Said brother.
35. Or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? Or what people have so kept thy commandments? Thou shalt find that Israel by name had kept thy precepts, but not the heathen.
That's a cut. Beautiful, brother.
God,
You see that?
God, you can jump up in Deuteronomy 4 and 5. They say, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgment, even as Yahweh thy power had commanded me. This is Moses speaking to the Israelites, that ye should do so in the land where ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of those nations.
You see that?
You see, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
God. In the sight of the nations.
You see, it's saying going back to a peculiar set of people that the Lord chose.
Right. Right. So pretty much the Lord only dealing with one set of people, man. All right. I can read a little more in the NLT. Says, He showed you these things so you would know that the Lord is power and there is none other. He let you hear his voice from heaven so he could instruct you. He let you see his great fire on earth so he could speak to you from it because he loved your ancestors. He chose to bless their descendants. And he personally brought you out of Egypt with a great display of power. Personally. All right. He drove out the nations far greater than you so he could bring you and give you their land as your special possession as it to this day. So remember this and keep it firmly in your mind. The Lord is power both in heaven and on earth, and there is no other. If you obey all the decrees and commands I have given you today, all will be well with you and your children. All right. Okay. Only if you obey. All right. It says, I am giving you these instructions so you will enjoy a long life in the land your power is giving you for all time. All right. That's only the said who turn back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua in these times. All right. But pretty much the Lord ain't dealing with these other nations. He don't love everybody. So these damn heathens will like come indoctrinated our people and they damn cheering. You know, that's the said will suffer lack of knowledge. They don't understand. All right. And we can go with the slicer. We can end it with the slicer. With the last precept, Psalms 147 and 19 and 20. All right. The Lord ain't dealing with these other nations. He don't love them. He hate them. Jacob have I loved, Salaki brother. Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated. Esau is the progenitor of the so-called white race. And they ain't white, they red. Your pigment is showing through your skin.
God,
Yes.
your blood is showing through your skin.
Yeah. You know, Salaki. So-called white race.
Yeah.
These devils. The Lord ain't dealing with them.
Oh, I tell you, it's a lucky. I see yesterday. I saw Esau was going out in the boat. Man, he red. You could see the blood showing forth, boy. And you know, their skin is it look like it's burning.
Yeah.
When they bear back,
Yeah.
it look they're nasty. You see what I'm saying? I said to myself, I said, boy, I know they was flecking black, was colored like us. Because boy, when they shade off and they bear back, they burn right up, boy.
That's his glow.
You know?
Esau, Genesis 25 and 25, the first came out red. He ain't white, he red. You get out Psalms 147, 19 and 20.
This is Psalm 147, verse 19 and 20. He shewed his words unto Jacob, his statute and his judgment unto Israel.
Salakia, Jacob and Israel is interchangeable. This word is the Bible, which consists of the law, statutes, and commandments. He showed this to the Israelites. All right, this ain't for everybody. Right? Get the next voice.
Verse 20. He had not dealt so with any other nation. And as for his judgment, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
You see that? As for his judgment, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. All right. So if your bloodline don't go back to Abraham, Isaac, or Jacob, they're saying for you. These people trying to they want Esau again incorporated for salvation. It ain't gonna work. All right, supersessionism, replacement theology. everyone could get saved. It ain't gonna work. That ain't what the Bible say.
In Christianity, they don't teach the Bible. All they teach about a few scriptures and whatnot, and they tell lies and
That's
whatnot.
it.
But God loved the world. The Lord is a man of war.
That's it.
He's not a Lord lovey-dovey and come out and say, he ain't come and say no king can buy these.
Done.
But what? They make the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob like a little feminine being or individual. Okay? They feminize the Mosaic God, right? And it's because all the other nations, they are the enemies of God and the enemies of Israel. Psalm 83 said, "Keep not thy silence, O God, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still. For lo, thine enemies, who are thine enemies? Who are the enemies of the Most High God and of Israel? Okay, make a tumult. They are here. They have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. Okay, and consulted against thy hidden one. They have come together. Okay, they have said, "Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more and remembered." Okay, so their attempt and their agenda is to cut off Israel from being a nation, to destroy the nation of Israel. Okay, they ain't get no love for no world, Israel or the world. Okay,
That's it.
they get the love. They are confederate. They have a confederacy with all the other nations against Israel. Okay, which 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, against Israel. All right.
That's it.
The tabernacle of Edom, and Ishmael, and Moab, and Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, Philistine. Okay, all of these are the nations, the other nation besides Israel, who are enemies of Israel and enemies of God. So how God can love the world? Okay, and He named all these nations that are His enemies. All right, they put all kind of nonsense and the children of Israel head, because that's been happening from the coming of Columbus, deceiving. Okay, because Revelation 20 and 7 say, and after 1,000 years, the devil went out to deceive the nations which are scattered in the four corners of the earth.
Right.
And that's going on today with a little Bible school.
Right. And Salakia, right? I saw a photo. I think I posted on my status I remember posted on my status, but I sent in the group whereby you had this picture with they say is Jesus with long hair, long dog hair, and with a long white what you call it now, garment on him, robe, long robe, Salak robe on him, right? And he come knocking the door. Boy, if he come knocking my door, I duck him with cold water. You know? And then they had a picture with Hulk Hogan. You know, he going back to spirit world. Him and they had it with him and so-called Jesus hanging together. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, for God so loved the world, but He can destroy the world with fire.
Yeah.
He did it with water before.
Yeah.
God.
All right, he got his precept. Then they did about to take over. Right.
God.
This is the book of Psalms 17 and 8. Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. Here you go, keep me as the apple of thy eye. All right, Lord willing, we endure until the end.
That's it.
All right.
That's it, brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, beautiful lesson, huh? And this lesson is to be quicken or save or quicken, okay? Because there's a popular statement used by these so-called Christians, okay, that originate from the false prophet, right? Christianity and Christians originated from the false prophet, all right? And we know who that false prophet is, all right? The Roman Catholic Church, because Revelation 16 and 13. Someone can read Revelation 16 and 13 for me, all right? All right? Because they teach a doctrine, all right? And we just stated earlier that they deceive the world with this false doctrine, all right? It is poison, all right? It's a Christianity is worse than crack cocaine, all right? Because it has the children of Israel, all right, living a false and pagan lifestyle, worshiping Baal, worshiping Satan, worshiping Caesar Borgia, okay, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, all right? His name is actually Caesar Borgia, all right? He was born in September 13, 1475 and died in March 11, 1507. All right. So how can you be saved? All right, in Jesus, and he's dead. Okay. How can a dead man save anybody? All right. That is nonsense. All right. So they go around with this popular saying that I'm saved and sanctified. Okay. Washed in the blood of Jesus. Okay. I'm blessed, too blessed to be stretched. Right? What are you saved from? Okay. And who saved you? Who saved you? What are you saved from and who saved you? When a Mashiach has not returned to redeem us, okay? Or, all right? From our captivity that we are to be delivered from, all right? Or maybe, all right, you don't understand that we are in captivity and that his second coming is for our deliverance from captivity, okay? So, Yamashiach's second coming is to redeem us from captivity. But you get the Christians going around saying that they're saved, all right? Who saved you? All right? Hamashiach is not on the, I mean, he is on the earth here now, all right? And his presence are seen in the storm, in the destruction, in all of the havoc that are taking place in the world today, all right? But he ain't coming right now to save nobody, all right? And that group of people, that nation, all right, a select few from the nation of Israel only, all right? Not the world and not everybody, all right? Can you get me Revelation 17 and 18? 16 and 18.
Revelation 16 and 13. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet.
Okay, unclean spirit, like frog, came out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Okay, so out of the mouth of the false prophet come this false doctrine, this pagan doctrine. All right, this God so loved the world, He loved everybody. All right, He's coming to save everybody. All right, He's a God of love, a God of peace. All right, Exodus, tell you that the Lord is a man of war. All right, Yahweh is His name. All right, not Jesus. All right. Okay, could someone give me Baruch 3 and 5? Okay, yeah. Okay. 3 and 8. 3 and 8.
This is Baruch. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from Yahweh our power.
Okay, so we are yet this day in our captivity. We are still being held captive by those who enslaved us. Okay, and you want supporting information on this? Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Okay, Deuteronomy 28 and 68. This is how we got into captivity, right? And if you don't realize and understand that we are being held captive, that we are slaves, right? Up to this day.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man may buy you.
Okay, Yahweh should bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Okay, now the children of Israel was in Egypt, okay, back in the time when Moses delivered them, okay, when Moses parted the Red Sea, right? But he said that the Lord should bring thee into Egypt again, okay? And this time we're going to go into Egypt. We went into Egypt with ships. Who went into Egypt on ships, okay? Our forefathers, all right? So, and nobody redeemed us yet from Egypt, okay? We haven't been redeemed or saved yet, all right? All right? I use the word save, but redeem, all right?
Buy back.
All right? You haven't been bought back. He said, no man will buy you, all right? So until Yahweh return, all right, to redeem us, all right, from this captivity that we're in, all right, then we will forever be held captive, all right? We will be here until he returns. Someone give me Luke chapter 68, Luke 1 and 68. Okay, Luke 1 and 68, you're going to read 68 to 71. Okay, because this speaks of redemption for the children of Israel. All right, deliverance. All right, from captivity. Luke 1 and 68. and move to 71.
Right, this is Luke 1 and 68. Blessed be the Lord, power of Israel, for he had visited and redeemed his people, and he had raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate
Okay?
us.
That we should be saved from our enemies and the hands of those who hate us. All right, we're still in the hands of our enemies. All right, because Deuteronomy 28 and 68 says, "And you should be sold unto your enemies, and no man should buy you, no man should redeem you." All right, and then Luke 1 and 71 said that that he should redeem us from our enemies and the hands of those who hate us. Okay, so this is what the Messiah is for, and he's coming with fire. Okay, to destroy those enemies that have us held captive. You have something, bro?
Right. For 72 say to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he swore unto our father Abraham.
Okay.
Right? Now it says to perform the mercy promised to our father and remember his holy covenant, right? That's going into keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. So if the Christians save, like you say, what they're saved from, and who saved them, and what laws are they going to perform? Because according to them, the laws are done away with.
Right.
Is it what I said?
Done.
I get on going to that word quick, brother.
Go ahead.
And then Luke 1 and 7, you want to say that we should be saved, right? When you look at the word save, it says, number 2, it says salvation as the present possession of all true Christians. It says future salvation, the sum of benefits and blessings which the Christians redeemed from all earthly ills will enjoy after the visible return of Mashiach from heaven in the consummated and eternal kingdom of Yahweh.
Done. So if they are saved according to that definition too, then why are they dying? You say, why are they getting sick? Why are they getting old? You know?
Right. And according to that definition, them being saved, this is going to happen in the sight of everybody.
Right.
It's visible. That's our wisdom of Solomon chapter 5.
God.
You see? So salvation is going to be performed in the front of everybody to see. So what and who saved these Christians?
Okay, not you praying in your closet or in your bed, and you give your life to the Lord, you save or whatnot, or you in some church or whatnot, and the pastor put his hand on you and pray for you, and you save. All of this is a bunch of false and pagan doctrine and lies,
Right? So back here, not to cut you off, right? It also says deliverance from the molestation of enemies. So they ain't got no enemies there. So they saved.
Yeah.
Okay, someone give me Romans 6 and 23. Okay, so we're not saved, but we are quickened. Okay, we are quickened. All right, because when you get the knowledge of this truth and understanding of the gospel of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, okay, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you are quickened. Okay, you are made alive. You're spiritual. Okay, because we have been put to death through sin. And now we've been spiritually awakened. We become quickened, right?
Romans 6 and 23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of Yahweh is eternal life through Yahweh Shai Mashiach our Lord.
Okay, so because of sin, we've been put to death. All right, we've been dead to the gospel, to the gospel of Yahweh. Okay, and Yahweh Shai Mashiach, we've been put to death. Okay, because sin is death. All right. So being brought into this truth and knowledge and understanding of the true gospel, we've been made alive, we've been quickened. As a result of sin, we've been spiritually dead, and the spirit of Yahweh no longer dwell in us. Okay, we've been in the valley of dry bones. Okay, the valley of dry bones, and that was Ezekiel spoke of. Okay, in Ezekiel, I think it's 37, when he spoke of the body of dry bones. All right, give me Revelation 11 and 8. Okay,
Right before you got a precept, right, brother?
where
This Psalms 106:47. It says, "Save us, O Yahweh, our power, and gather us from among the heathen to give thanks unto thy holy name and to triumph in thy praise." Right? But yeah, he's gonna save and gather us from these same damn heathens they're trying to save. That make any sense?
Look, none at all.
You want to bring these people and God love everybody, and he's gonna deliver you from these people in the sight of everybody.
okay, and who is he going to gather? Who was scattered? There was only one set of people scattered.
That's it.
Okay, so how are you going to come back to gather everybody? Is that you get Revelation 11 and 8?
Revelation 11 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
This Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Okay, and their dead bodies will lie in the street. Okay, we've been spiritually dead, so we lie in the street of the great city. Okay, we lie in the street of Babylon. All right, where the Yahweh was crucified. They crucified him in Babylon, and because they changed his name, all right, and his image and whatnot.
Right. Exo the Messiah.
All right, he was XO. All right,
Charles signal.
okay, and so because we took on that Christian religion, all right, in these hardened houses, all right, we become spiritually dead. All right, we fornicate, okay, spiritual fornication and whatnot, and serving the god of this world, serving the god of Esau, Edom. Okay, and that's how we became dead put to death, all right, of this truth, because we lack the knowledge of the truth and the understanding of the Messiah and the gospel of Yahweh Shai and Mashiach, all right. So we've been put to death, all right. We are spiritually dead, okay, zombies, all right, in these Christian church, okay. Ephesians 2 and 1, all right. Okay.
This is Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 1. And you had he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins.
Okay, and you had he quickened, who were dead in trespassing. Okay, trespassing, when you trespass the law. Okay, and to breaking the law, he quickened us. All right, we were dead in our trespasses. Okay, in our sin, and he quickened us. All right, but the truth is, they are still dead. They are spiritually dead. All right, with 2 and 2.
Right. When you look up dead, it says metaphorically, spiritually dead, destitute of a life that recognizes and is devoted to Yahweh, because given up to trespasses and sins.
Okay. And if you go in Colossians 2 and 13, and you being dead in your sin and uncircumcision of your flesh, living according to the rudiments of the world, okay, living according to the philosophies, okay, and all the Christmas and birthdays and okay, all the foolishness that are taught in the Christian church. Because you go in some of these churches, at least the last time I was in the Methodist church, they still have the Christmas tree up there, right? I don't think they take that down yet, all right? That was always just standing, all right? And Jeremiah 10 and 2 say, okay, knowing not the way of the heathen, okay, because the way of the heathen, they okay. But they worship at Christmas daily, all right? Daily, because that tree is still there in the church, all right? All right.
Yeah, that's their God.
Yeah. Ephesians 2 and 3.
Ephesians 2 and 3. You want me to read verse 2 or you want me to skip verse 2?
Go to verse 2 first.
Verse 2. Wherein in times past ye walk according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, among whom also we also had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others.
Okay, we walk in time past according to the rudiments of this world. as Christmas, okay, Valentine, Easter, Mother's Day, all right, for celebrating those events that are of the world, okay, the philosophies of man and the rudiments of this world, okay, we become dead to sin, all right. Psalm 51 and 5. Someone get 51 and Psalm
We were
51.
yielding our members as instruments unto unrighteousness and unto iniquity. That's what that Ephesians 2 and 2 and 3 going into.
Okay.
Psalm 51 and 5.
Yes.
Psalm 51 and 5. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity and in sin did my mother conceive me.
Okay, so we were shapen in iniquity and sin. Okay, we was conceived. We were in this world lost to sin. All right, lost. All right, because of what was passed down from generation to generation. Okay, to our forefathers. Okay, who was okay. This Christian doctrine. All right, was forced in it. This Christian and this pagan religion that was forced on us. All right. We didn't know who we are or who our forefathers were. Okay, but we have been quickened. We came to the knowledge of the gospel of the Most High God, and now, all right, we know the truth. Okay, so the lies and things that they're still being adhered to. Okay, still okay, holding on to the nonsense and foolishness that the world is teaching them. Okay, and wanting to put us to death, hating us. Okay, and the Most High said, hey, if they hate you, remember that they hate him. He was hated first. Okay, so we are being hated now because of the knowledge of the truth of the gospel. Okay, but they ain't gonna hate. They ain't hating the 7 days Adventist. They ain't hating the Jehovah's Witness and the Mennonites. They ain't hating the Israelites. Okay, we who come to the true knowledge of the Most High. Okay, of this gospel, of this truth.
Right?
Right.
Done.
That's a lucky, right? Man, I was in the store. I see day before yesterday. I was in the store, and I met this Jake. He was talking to this lady about he was telling her man about her background, all right, who she is, telling her she might be a Latin, a Cuban. I mean, a tribe of Manasseh from the Northern Kingdom, right? And I had a little conversation with her. We started talking about the Bible. When we started talking about the Bible, I see she get a little. She wasn't saying much like that. So I asked her if she believed in the Bible. She said, "No, I believe in self." I said, "You believe in self?" And when the scripture say, "If you trust in your heart, you're a fool." You understand? She said she believe in self. You want to say, "Oh, man, right? Too much things." I said, "What man then right?" All right, man wasn't doing his own will.
But she'll believe in that love book with that man right though.
Uh-huh.
See?
How much I said, behold, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me, top of the man, right? Okay.
Our people lost, why?
This is the way. This is the sword of the Most High God. His word, a sharp sword.
Done. So like this as a precept bring out that you mentioned about how they hate us. Okay. They love the Mennonites, they love the Jehovah's Witness, the Anglican, the Catholic, and all these other denominations out here. But when it comes to the Hebrew Israelite, they hate us because why we speak in 100% truth. Okay, they love the lies.
Exactly.
And they see the lies as truth. All right, but we come in the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to cast down these wicked imaginations, these false doctrines. These strongholds, exactly. All right. So this is Isaiah 30 and 9 say that this is a rebellious people. Lying children that would not hear the law of the Lord. Okay, and that's what bringing the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to these people, which is the truth. Okay, we say to the seer, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. All right, so that's what they want us to tell them. But we know that all these other denominations, they're false. You see, so they're only going to listen and take heed to something that what they've been accustomed to. Right. So when they actually hear the truth sound crazy to them. You see what I'm saying? So this is why they in turn they hate us for speaking the truth. Because nobody want to hear
stop eating pork.
No. Okay. Or stop celebrating Christmas.
You know, man.
God. You know, if I could say this too, that's backing up the brother point. That's as simple as yesterday, right? Jake, who I work with, you know, Jake, them, you know, they scoff and they notice everything to the point whereby they notice the border of blue, the fringes, right? They say, oh man, they get on this thing, look like these Indian thing, you know, with the blue to the bottom of it, and these fellas laughing like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I say, man, any evening and run on with y'all because y'all doing this, y'all saying this in ignorance. So I turned to the book of Numbers, chapter 15, and I showed them where this is about.
Yeah.
Jake gone quiet. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So sometimes, man, you just gotta brush it off.
Go on to the full corner.
That's it. Right?
And they call it an Indian thing, but they don't realize or understand that the Indians are from the nation of God.
Yeah.
Right?
Tribe.
And it's just following the custom of the Bible.
And the thing about it too, man, you go up in some of their houses, you see these same fringes inside their house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On the furniture.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Jake damn most strangled, but he laughs so much thinking that that's funny.
What a fear.
I telling you what?
Boy. Yeah.
Reading along, give me Ephesians 2 and 4. You go to 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Mm-hmm.
This Ephesians 2 and 4. But Yahweh, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, had quickened us together with Mashiach. By grace ye are saved, and had raised up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in Mashiach Yahushai, that in the ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace in his kindness toward us through Mashiach Yahushai. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourself, it is a gift of Yahweh.
Okay, so by grace we were saved through faith. Okay, and let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body. Okay, because sin is death. Right. So whenever we sin, we die. As per the Spirit of the Most High God, we gotta seek forgiveness. We have to seek forgiveness, and He is merciful to forgive us. All right. So we can't commit sin and just let it go by and whatnot. We gotta seek forgiveness and whatnot because sin is dead. And this is a problem right now. These Christian church and the Christian doctrine. All right. They living in sin and whatnot, and not seeking forgiveness or the knowledge and spirit of the Most High God because they're spiritually dead. All right, they don't have that wisdom and knowledge because He has made their eyes. Okay, He waxed and the ears. Okay, they cannot hear and understand. They cannot perceive and they cannot understand because they're spiritually dead. All right.
So seriously, a lot of them don't even know how to seek forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be surprised how many people that don't know how to pray to the Lord tonight.
I telling you, boy.
Yeah.
Boy, that's something, man. That's beautiful. Like you say, like a salaki, right? I was just doing a job with somebody this morning. I meet this lady, and I was telling her, I say, man, my time is short, bro. I have to go to church. So she said, what you for? So what church you go to? I say, man, I say, so like I teach the Bible. Say, oh, you like them people who and assholes be dressed in purple. I say, oh, yeah, there's Israelites too, but there's Israelites, so we teach something different. And she was just inquiring. I say, wow. She say, man, she don't read the Bible as much. She need to do more. I say, man, all the things what happen in the earth revolve around the Bible. So yeah, I agree, but she ain't knock against it. But everybody, a lot of people, they find comfort in other things other than God's word, boy.
Done. It's a lucky, right? I see you a few years back when I had a trip in Cuba. I was talking to one of the Cuban guy. He speak English as well. I asked him if he ever read the Bible. He said no. He said he never read the Bible. And he said plenty of them over there, they don't read the Bible. So a lot of them, they lost. They don't even know what's going on. Right? Got it, bro.
Okay, can you give me Ephesians 2 and 20? 2 and 10, Salakia. 2 and 9 and 10, okay.
This is Ephesians chapter 9 and verse 10, 2, 9 and 10. Salak. It says, not of works, lest any man should boast, for we are his workmanship created in Mashiach Yahushai unto good works, which Yahweh hath before ordained that we should walk in them.
Okay, so this is not of works that we do. Okay, because, man will be posting and whatnot saying, well, I like how they do in the Christian church, they get them where they did this doctor and pastor and whatnot, and they get this head lift up so high and praising man and whatnot. Okay, they give more adornment and praises and whatnot to these pastors and whatnot, and they getting all of these doctor degree and whatnot, this doctor, this one and Dr. Dean, okay, but then all of that is worldly, okay, of this world, and not of Yahweh, not of the power of the God, of the Most High God. All right? All that is worldly accomplishment and acknowledgement, wisdom of the world. All right?
Not of works was the elect was chosen from the foundation, right?
Exactly. Okay, verse 10.
Let's read verse 10.
Yeah.
For we are his workmanship created in Mashiach Yahushai unto good works, which Yahweh before ordained that we should walk in them.
Okay. So the good works that Yahweh ordained, we should walk in them. Okay? And not by any other doctrine or religion, okay? Christianity and any other false doctrine that is brought to us, okay? According to us, he had chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, okay? According as he had chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, because we were chosen actually from the foundation of the world. And this spirit, okay, he placed in us, all right? After we've been quickened and made alive and not saved, okay? Okay, because when you save, all right, you already in okay, in the kingdom, all right?
Under the new covenant.
Under the new covenant, exactly, all right?
Delivered from the hands of the evil.
Right? So when you get the knowledge and understanding of this truth, okay, and you share in these precepts and teaching of this gospel, you are quickened, you become quickened, okay? You're not saved, right? You'll be saved when you return. Salvation, okay, is what his return is for, his second coming is for, bringing salvation to the children of Israel, to the nation of Israel, and to the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, let me correct that. All right.
Get a precept, brother.
Go ahead.
This is John 6 and 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words I say that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. All right. The words we speak unto, they are spirit and they are life. All right.
And he said, "Behold, I come into volume of the book." All right. So the whole entire book is spiritual. So all these words are spiritual, and they are life. Okay. And he who reads them, okay, will come to life. If you obey them, will come to life. All right. And those who neglect him will remain, okay, in the house of the dead.
All right.
In the valley of the shadow of death. Anything? Anybody get anything else? Okay. That's. I hope my lesson was edifying and it served its purpose. Okay.
All right. All right. So yeah, man, Lord willing, lesson was edifying. All right. So with that, we like to give all praises to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Makakudash, Shalom, and the Bad Shalom.